What's up YouTube? My name is John. I'm a freelance videographer living in Los Angeles, California, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Rokinon Cine DS Cinema Lens Kit. So I recently took a trip up to Yosemite and brought these lenses along with me to get a good feel for them. As far as first impressions go, I was really surprised at how solid these lenses felt. At the time of this video, you can get a kit like mine for just under 1,500 bucks. Now I have the Canon mount kit that comes with the 24, 35, 50, and 85mm, all T1.5, all manual focus, and all a really good bang for your buck. Come to think of it, the only real drawback that came up while using these lenses was having to swap them out, but they are primes, and that's kind of what you can expect when using any type of prime. So if you're a really run and gun shooter, that's something to take into consideration if you are thinking about picking up this kit. So before going any further, I'd like to be straight up with you and let you know that I do not know everything there is to know about lenses, and the tests I did probably weren't the most scientific. But when I was looking for a good review to help me decide whether or not I should pull the trigger and get these lenses, I couldn't really find anything, and that's why I wanted to make this video. So let's start out by taking a look at what you get when you order this set. Each lens comes in its own box. It's pretty well protected, so you don't have to worry about anything getting damaged during shipping. You've got the lens, the caps, front and back, and each lens comes with its own lens hood, which is nice. They aren't too heavy and bulky or too light and cheap filling. The body looks to be mostly plastic with some type of metal mount. If you're planning on using some type of follow focus system, the focus rings are nice and smooth, they have a solid grip, and there are distance numbers on both sides of the lens, so that way you can really nail your focus. Moving on to the test that I did, I wanted to do a little bit of a comparison of my Tamron 28-75, 2.8, and a couple of the lenses that I have from the Rokinon set. I would have loved to compare it to some more expensive gear, some better lenses, but this channel is balling on a budget. So what I was looking for in this comparison was sharpness, colors, and vignetting. As I said before, this was not the most scientific review, but I did take a closer look at the 35 and the 50. Each lens was shot at 2.8 to make it a fair comparison, and usually if I'm pulling focus by myself, I'm shooting at 2.8 to ensure that I have my subject in focus and I'm still maintaining some background blur. Looking at the sharpness with the two lenses side by side, I had to zoom in quite a bit to see a difference, but the Rokinon lenses were a bit sharper, which is to be expected considering they are primes and there are less glass elements involved as opposed to the 28-75 zoom lens. As you probably noticed, there is a difference in colors between the two lenses as well. The Rokinon colors are a bit less saturated and less contrasty, where the Tamron really helps those colors pop. This kind of comes down to personal preference. Anytime you choose a lens for a production, there is going to be some type of unique style or like characteristic involved, so that's something to take into consideration when choosing which lenses to go with for your specific project. The vignetting on my Tamron is something that has bothered me quite a bit, so it was a relief to see that the vignetting on the Cine lenses were not as bad and would probably go unnoticed to an untrained eye. So final thoughts. This set in particular was the Canon mount, and I decided to choose it because it would be easily adaptable to other cameras that I might get in the future. The lenses being primes are sharp and definitely sharper than the lens that I'm currently using, which is the Tamron 28-75. As far as colors go, the lenses definitely have a style to them, but they are pretty true to life, so there's no like weird hues or anything like that. There's a very small amount of vignetting, but all things considered, this is such good value for what you get. Outside of the test, some of my thoughts are that these lenses just look more professional, especially if you're coming from something like a kit lens. So when you roll up to a set with these lenses and pull them out in front of your client, they have somewhat of a perceived value to them. So your client will feel a little bit of reassurance investing into your business. So with that being said, if you're a photographer and you're looking at these lenses, I would definitely invest in an autofocus lens just for the overall convenience. But if you're into video, if you're looking for quality glass and you're on a budget, I don't think you would really regret picking up these lenses. By the way, this video was not sponsored. I bought these lenses with my own money and I use them for my professional work. So yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this video. I hope it helped. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. In the meantime, feel free to like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. My name's John, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.